So Rosa asked me to create a simple project for you for Makey. So here's a simple idea. Step 1, connect Makey to cable. 2, connect cable to computer. 3, open Scratch. If you don't have an account, join Scratch. If you have an account, sign in into Scratch. Step 4, create a new project. So I'm going to show you now how to create this program. So after you create a new project in Scratch, you go here to Events. When the green flag is clicked, now we're going to go to Variables. So variables are little boxes in computer science that you can save values or numbers or text inside. In this case, it's going to be the number of jumps. So we're going to click here on Make a Variable. We're going to give it a name. In this case, the name is jumps. And I'm going to say OK. Now this variable exists here. So when I click the green flag, I want to set the jumps to 0. That will reset the number of jumps every time I click on the green flag. Now the next step is when, so this is an event. Event is when something happened in your code. So you're gonna choose when space key is pressed. But in this case, instead of using the space key, we're using the down arrow in my Makey. And I'm gonna go back to variables and I'm gonna change the variable jumps by 1. And that's all the code we need. You can test your code by using the down arrow on your keyboard. Every time you press the down arrow, you should see the number of jumps increasing on your code, like this. I got a piece of cardboard and I added 2 pieces of foil paper on each side using masking tape so they don't touch each other. The next step is to connect the wires. I'm using the gray, but could be any color, to the one side of the foil paper to the earth bar of the Makey, and the other to the other side of the foil paper and to the down arrow of the Makey, which is this one here, like this. So Makey works by connecting this contacts here, the up arrow, down arrow, right arrow, and left arrow, as well as space and click, to this earth bar or ground bar here, right? So every time the connection is closed, every time you touch this and this at the same time, I think Rosa showed you that, you're gonna have the light will light up and the signal will be sent to the computer. So that means that if I touch here and here at the same time, the signal of right arrow is being sent to my computer. So this is interesting, but it's not very useful. The great thing about Makey is that now you can use these wires here to connect it to external devices. So for example, I used a piece of cardboard here with 2 pieces of aluminum foil. And now when I close this, you see that I have the same effect. So for example, I could use this to do a jump counter. So if instead of this small piece of cardboard, I had a big platform where every time the students step on it, the 2 pieces of metal get in contact with each other, in this case is foil paper, you could have this signal being sent to the computer. That I close this here, it's gonna count as a jump on the back. This, you will see that the number of jumps change every time. Just be careful that if you hold it, it's gonna just count 1,000 times. So it's important, for example, here to make sure that this doesn't happen, that you wait for a couple of seconds to count it again. So I would go here, for example, to controls, and I would do wait 3 seconds, for example. So it will not count the jumps. If you hold it now, it's gonna wait 3 seconds before it counts the next one, so it gives you time. 3 is maybe too much. Let's try 1, 2, 1 second should be enough. Okay, so now if I go back here, I reset the numbers. So you see, if I hold it tight for a little while, it's not going to count multiple steps. And there you go. That's the